Toastmaster and welcome guests. My name is Winnie. So the topic that I will talk about tonight is about meeting people. So I think it is fundamental to who we are as a species. So meeting new people and the impact, whether small or big, that brings. Why it is fundamental for us as a species to meet new people? Because we are like dogs, we are like wolves, and unlike cats, we are like pack animals. So we are social animals. We are built to connect with each other, to live together or like laugh together with other people. So my story begins with the worries of our modern social media, where we still shake other people's hand and visit them in person. It is truly war because it reflects us as a social creatures, and to me personally, I like to meet people through Airbnb, because with Airbnb you share your very own house, or you share that with other people. So when I got into this topic, these stories stood out, and two of them were defining, and the third one brought me to the man that will share my heart. So let's get started. So the first person I want to talk about, or the first story I want to share with you, is the guy that I met when I first joined Airbnb. I remember that was 5 years ago. That was 3 months after I came to the US. I had my first spring break, so I decided I want to go travel somewhere. I went to DC. I contacted a guy, and he said I can come over and sleep in the mattress that is in his place, in his room. So right? I mean, it's cheap, so I decided to go with it. The guy's name is Danny. When I met him, he's a grad school student at the University of America. He is one of the most free-spirited people that I ever met. He would walk around at the street with his guitar and just start singing randomly. People will look at us like, what are you guys doing? When he's free and not working, or going to school, he will put me visit places around DC. And one night he brought me to his friend's place, and it was we all sit down in a circle with like 5 or 6 other people, and we talk about the most random things that I ever had. This is the most random conversation I ever had. We talk about the universe, we talk about love, we talk about relationship, and I have a really deep conversation with Danny. Danny is an American-born Chinese. He was born and raised here. He have conflict. Like when we talk about the Chinese culture, he feel like he doesn't have anything related to it. Even though he think it's a great culture, his parents talk about it all the time, but he doesn't feel any sense of belonging. He doesn't know what his originality. And that to me is something that I never thought about before, because like it's kind of changed my perspective, because and it made me understand more about the people who grow up in a country in America and their parents are from the other country. So that's what I want to say about Danny. And so Danny is the one that I met when I go travel. And with Airbnb, I also host other people as well. So when I was hosting, I met this lesbian couple. Their name is Alpha and Kiko. Alpha is from Taiwan, and Kiko, she's from Japan. So it's really funny how they met, because I guess they met when Alpha went traveling in Japan, and that's how they met each other, and then they started the long distance relationship. When I met them, they were at their 30s, and they have been working for like 6-7 years, and one day they just feel like they get so tired of their job, and they decided to quit their job and just go travel for 1 year. So they went to Canada, they went to America. When when they came to my house, it's already their second place, second country that they visit. So when they're traveling, they work and they work to make money to travel. But the most interesting about them to me is that their courage and their passion about life. You know, for me, I don't think for me, it's that I don't have the courage to just leave my job and then just do whatever I want. And for most people, they don't have the courage to do that too. They don't really follow their heart to tell them what to do. And that's, to me, is amazing. And how they have this passion about life. Like when they're traveling, they encounter a lot of difficulties, but they never give up. No matter how difficult things is, they're always smiling, they're always positive, and to me that's really amazing. And for most experience I have in Airbnb, people come, people go, and you never see them like maybe after the trip. So for me, so the third person I want to share with you is that he become part of my life. So Brandy, some of you might have met him before. I met him when I was hosting him in New York. He was a writer, so he's trying to get doing some research in New York. When I met him, the most thing that I found interesting in him is his passion about his passion. He's really passionate about people that can change the world. So two of his idols is Steve Jobs and Elon Musk. You can ask him anything about Apple, SpaceX, Tesla, Solar City. He can talk on and on forever. So, and then he's obsessed with their success, their business mind, their creativities, and their visions. And to me, to meet someone who is so passionate about something, who do so much research about everything that they're doing, to care about our human life in the future, I think it's really interesting to me. So none of the story. Now, if I never open my mind to do Airbnb, to go travel to other people's places, to host people, maybe I would have never met these people before or shared their story with you. And of course, there's many different ways to meet people as well. You can go to a bar, you can join a club, come to Toastmasters, you see all these people from different walks of life. But what's important to me is that fundamentally I like to meet different people. I would like to hear their stories, which can inspire me, which give me new ideas and perspective. So I hope that my stories also encourage you to go out and meet more people. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Those are beautiful stories. I think this is a night of the stories because